It's really important for me to let you all know um, I'm in Brazil, so it's very warm, windows are open, and little doggy is gonna be barking all over this episode. Do you know what a Bem-Te-Vi is? This yellow little bird is for me now a symbol of remembrance, a living reminder of my dead grandma who now rests in Kebula, the land of our ancestors. Today's episode is script free. For how can I script this feeling? How can I begin to script the death of someone who loved and cared for me my entire life? I could try, but one thing my grandma always encouraged me to do was to speak my mind. Hi, I'm Kurama, and welcome to krmcast. Well, like I said in the beginning, this episode is for a remembrance for my dead grandma. She passed away 10 days ago on the 12th of August. And honestly, I, I wasn't able to think about any other thing to say. I could not record a voice of color because I could not put myself to script something. I could not record why people share because who care about them right now? You know what I'm saying? I think what I want to do is just to let you guys know a little bit, tell you guys a little bit about my grandma and about how amazing woman she was to me and to my family. I am right now staying at her house with my auntie who took care of her until the last moment, holding her hands and gave my grandma the end of the life that she deserved. 93 years old. A powerful, powerful African woman. And a great and amazing grandma. This episode actually starts with me and my aunt at the table seeing some pictures. We are looking for documents and we need all that up and down. And we start talk about a trip we used to do. Because I have a scar on my forehead that is the exact shape of the two front teeth of my cousin. And she was like, Krama, is that? I was like, yeah, it's the mark from that trip. And then we start talking about how every year on the Child's Week or Kids Week, we have like a Brazilian Kids Day, is October 12th, and the full week schools give the kids holiday and put more pressure in the parents at home. But my grandma would take me to this city called Caldas Novas in the state of Goiás, which I believe is the central area of Brazil or central west area of Brazil. Not very important though. The important thing is how she would always call me and ask if I want to go travel with her. And I don't remember a single time that I say no. This place where I got this scar, it's really funny. I almost didn't went there. She had to fight. She had to fight the progenitor, the thing, to let me go with her. And my oh my, I'm so glad she did. I want to start here with my scar because it's a really fun story. You know, when you have kids, you're not supposed to stop looking at your kids. You know, if your kids are going to play in the pool, you look at your kids in the goddamn pool. You don't go away. You don't let a child taking care of another child because the older child will have the amazing idea of everyone go to a corner of the pool and use our feet to propel us front. We did that. My cousin I banged my head in my cousin's teeth. Blood all over the place. People shouting. My brother jumped in the pool, took me out of the pool, couldn't care less for our cousin. Quite funny though. And my grandma was just like, take the kids off the water, take the kids off the water, take the kids. But in a way that I didn't feel scared that she was going to punish me for that. Quite the opposite, she was really, really concerned. And we had to close the pool because of our family twice. The second time, the floor and the walls of the pool was very rough and hurt us our feet, for real though, like really hurt. And my aunt put in my cousin some socks, and they went to the reception, and she was like, look at this. It's all scratched. It's like all open. They will be my kids' feet and shit like that. And my grandma always holding my hands. And was holding her hands that I read for the first time. And was holding her hands that was able to read for the first time. I cannot remember exactly what it was, but every time I can't remember exactly what it was, but every time I was walking with her, and that was a lot, she was like, read that for me. Read that for me. Read that. And I was like, I don't know, I can't read. She's like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Read that. And I remember reading. It was the name of a shop. And since this day, around, 5 or 6, maybe? I don't know what read aging is. I don't know what read age is. But I remember that since that day, every time I see a sign, a plaque, something, I'm always reading. Always reading. Was holding her hands that I learned how to cross the streets. She'll hold my hands and we'll run. And she'll like, run. And we didn't have to run. The roads was like chill, but was part of the adventure to run with grandma to cross the streets. Was always a big adventure to stay with her. I don't know if this episode's gonna be like a fever dream, or if I can make a straight line when talking about someone that important for me. I really don't know, because I start talking about this travel, took all those novels, and now I'm like talking about other things. And the dog is barking on the back, like agreeing with me. Kurama, come on, go forward. I try to hide my feelings with humor. Just imagine your favorite place on earth. It's not your room. It's not your house. It's not with your mother. Your favorite place is a small apartment, so far away, so difficult to arrive. But yet, every time the phone rings, you hope it's your grandma calling you there. You hope for that. You just call and say, Grandma, can I go? Today I know that most of the time that phone was ringing was to protect me. Was because the thing could not bear to look at her kid for a few days. So my grandma would call me and say, pack your bag, your stuff, bring all your books, bring everything. You're going to spend the week at grandma's. Oh my God, a week at grandma's? Amazing. Honestly, I'll have good food. She's gonna cook for me like a pumpkin candy. She's gonna make for me toasties in the morning. I'm gonna have a milk chocolate with sugar. Yes, I used to add sugar to my milk chocolate, and my auntie would be like, Kurama, what you doing? This already had sugar in the powder. And my grandma, let the kid be. So I will be. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy being spoiled by my grandma. Today I know that come here was way more than just eat. was way more than play. I had a time to wake up, have a time to sleep, have a time to do my homework. If I spend a week at my grandma, my week at school would be so good. I'll be top of the class. And then the teachers could not understand why the next week I was at the very bottom. They failed to see that, well, coming from one place, I was love and nurture. Come from the other one, well, it was just trauma. So that was my grandma for me. She was way more than just the matriarch of the family. Her smile, her laugh, always laughing. Everything I do, everything I say. That little ADHD crazy ass kid running around, talking shit, making plays, making drawings. Can you guys believe that going through her stuff, me and auntie found the most trivial things? If I gave her the package of a candy, she'll save the package of that candy. If I gave her a piece of paper with a little heart, she'll save that. And she saved that until she took her last breath. Back to the trip now. We used to stay in this hotel. Oh, by the way, Caldas Novas is a place that have like natural pools with hot water. So every hotel take a bit or a lot of water from the fount, and that's the fount, like when the water comes down the river, right? The beginning of the beginning of the river. Huh. Can't find the word in English in my head in the moment, but I'm trusting that you guys will know what I'm talking about. It was already warm, so it was a pool of hot water, and we used to go for the whole week, right? Remember? Children's week, child week, kids week, I don't know, the week for kids. And we had each day something to do. And doesn't matter how many times I'll go to this place, it was always new to me. It was amazing. One of the trips we'll go to this park was a Japanese garden, as they call. I don't know if it's open now. Beautiful place. Nothing much for kids to do except for run around and take pictures with the dino bull, which was half bull, half dinosaur. It was either a bull with a dinosaur tail, for dinosaur for a tail, or a dinosaur with a bull for a tail. We never know. I think it's go for your perspective of life. And my auntie was also remind me about the oven ice cream. It was the first time I saw like, oh my god, you put ice cream in the oven and doesn't melt, and had this little crust of marshmallows on top. And in the night to have this festival of soups, oh my god, so many good soup. And again, my grandma always holding my hand. Always teach me to point what I want and to speak what I want. Do you want that one? Just ask grandma. Is that one that you want? Ask grandma. Grandma won't give it to you if you don't ask for. That was one of the biggest lessons I always take with me. If I want something, I need to say that I want something. And I need to go for that something. It can be a little soup for a kid. It can be an ice cream. It can be, I don't know, it can be driver lessons. Anything, I just had to ask. And now I have no one to ask for it. It's been a long time though since I asked her for stuff. It's been a long day, a very long day, since the last time that I actually had a proper conversation with her. By the end, with the Alzheimer, she was only able to communicate with numbers. She'll say words, of course, but most 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll say in Portuguese because ain't no way I'm gonna try to measure her voice saying that in English. And one time, she actually took my hand and saw that my nails wasn't done. I need to remove the polish and do again. I used to do that as well in high school. She took my hand. For a brief moment, her eyes light with fire. She looked at my hand and speak numbers. 4, 3, 2, 1. She cursed me out because my nail wasn't done. Always holding my hands. And still, she is holding. In a way, she is. Every time a Bem-Te-Vi sings, every time a Bem-Te-Vi flies, it's right now in the back. Right in front of her living room, had this big piece of land, and the Bem-Te-Vis used to sing. She'd go to her room when I would be sleeping on the floor and say, woke up, the Bem-Te-Vis are singing, it's time to wake up. That'll be 8:30. Those little things, they start singing at 6. But I thought I was waking up with the birds. I actually thought that. The way she made me see the world was magical. Was a world where everything is possible. Was a world that, with the Holy Mary, everything could happen. With her, holding her hands, I pray for the last time, the Holy Mary. I have no other reason to do. And to be fair, I never think I had other reasons other than her faith, her hope, her happiness, and to see me in church. Because a nigga in church is a nigga in the right way. She only want what was the best for me. Holding her hands, I will be happy to go to church. Holding her hands, I'll be happy to go to the hospital, to the doctor appointment. I don't think anyone is happy to go to the hospital. When you're holding your grandma's hand, and she tells you, if you don't cry, I'll give you this. And then your own mother say, if you don't cry, I'll give you this. One fulfilled the promise, and the other one almost beat you for ask for that promise to be fulfilled. You start to feel missing the warmth of those fingers, of their hands, and how safe she made me feel. Back to the trip now. We used to go by bus. We didn't have like a airplane to go. I mean, we did. We have airplanes. It's a long time ago. I know, 1940s, 1912s. I don't know when the airplane was invented by a Brazilian, Santos Dumont. But we take the bus because the whole family will go. And then we had this stop. And in that stop, Grandma would be at least 10% poor. Because she would buy food for me. And I will say that I was a hungry nigga. If I see something I want to eat, she told me to ask, I would ask. And she'll ask again, you sure you don't want anything else? And I say, no, Grandma, I'm good. On the way out, Grandma, can I have this? And she'll laugh. And she was like, yes, let's run or we're going to miss the bus. Was I spoiled by her on these trips? Probably. Probably. I remember one time that I went with her daughter, which was supposed to be calling mother, and it was my grandma again that saved that trip for me because the envy and the jealousy that that woman had for my love for my grandma was out of this world. Was out of this world. So she tried to make my trip a living hell. But it wasn't, because I was with grandma. Hell wasn't a place when I was with grandma. It wasn't real. I was free from it. As long as I had those hands to hold on. But now I have other hands. My auntie. Yes, my auntie that said that my shorts look like panties. My auntie that every opportunity she has, she push my shorts down until I have to cut my shorts. So now there is ain't nothing there to bring it down. But that's the hands I'm hold on to now. Not because I need hands to hold on to, not because she needs my hands. Because just imagine living with someone for your whole life and those hands are not there anymore for you. In those trips, we used to have a toy in this, how can I say that? Gift shop. Yes, on those gift shops, we used to have this little model of a priest. I think you guys heard that noise, yeah? Okay. You used to have this model of this priest. You push this little rope, and the priest dick would go from underneath the rope and up. Yes, that was a toy. That was a toy in in the shop. And I asked her, Grandma, can I have this priest with the dick out? And of course she did not give me. She gave me a cow that when you press the bottom, she faints. And also gave me I can't remember the instrument. I'll wait for the cis guy to showing off his motorbike and then I can see the name of the instrument. Okay, she gave me a harmonica. Yes. And I actually learned how to play for a bit. Until the day my hype fixation was like, I don't want that no more. I want something else. I want a guitar now. And she asked me if I was going to play the guitar. I said, of course I'm going to play the guitar. I'm going to play in church. I'm going to, be the church guitar player. I never play in church. I never learned how to play the guitar. I don't think she actually cared. I think she just hoped I finally had my interest in something. In those trips to Caldas Novas or either to Aparecida do Norte, the most Catholic place in Brazil, and I still happy for being there. It was so boring. Oh my god, how boring that town was. But again, those hands, holding those hands make everything feels better. I miss my grandma. I miss the fact that it's funny because I miss the fact that she was never able to listen to krmcast and never see that I finally find something that makes me happy, that I want to do. I think I reached my limit. I just want to share a little bit, a fraction of what that woman meant to me. I want you all to know her name. Maria de Lourdes Mercedes da Costa. My grandma, my ancestor. May she rest in power in Akebulan. And may I be blessed to meet her again and tell her about the amazing life I led. If you guys like this episode, please share with 5 people. Sharing my content is the easiest and fastest, and to be fair, is free way to help me. krmcast is hosted, produced, and edited by me, a black trans non-binary. I have the algorithm against me, but I have you guys by my side. If you share with 5 people and ask those 5 people to share with 5 people, it will help me to keep my grandma's memory alive to someone else, to everyone else, all over this world. Thank you for listening, and I see you all next week. Bye.